Hey guys, this is Super Matt, and I'm with Super Agent Starla Heaton today, and she's going to be helping us learn about how to help people get out of the rental properties and into buying their first home. So this is part of the First Time Home Buyers series. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I'm glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you too.
I'm so glad that you came over today to do this video with us. So I've got some great questions for you.
Okay.
And Starla has been in the real estate market for how many years now?
Since 2001 with a small break in
So
between.
you've seen a lot of changes
I
over
have.
the years, haven't you,
Yes.
too? So better or worse, you think now?
I think it's better, a little
I do
bit
too.
harder on first-time home buyers though.
There is a battle out there,
Yes,
isn't there,
yeah.
when you're going to put a bid in on a home?
Absolutely.
You are not the Lone Ranger.
No,
Are you?
not at all.
Yeah,
Not at all.
there's a ton of them. Okay, you ready for the first question?
I'm ready.
All right. So what is the typical excuse you get from the first-time home buyer when it comes to buying a home?
They are just looking. They are filling out the market. They're not sure they're ready to buy yet. Those are excuses, but I think they're more of they just don't really know how to do it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of their excuse.
They don't know the steps of the process.
They don't know the steps.
Little
so
fear.
Little
in
fear.
there?
We're just looking as a big. We're just looking.
Okay. And do you see more couples looking or singles looking these days in every age group?
Oh, man, it's kind of mixed. I'm actually seeing couples with their parents looking. I'm seeing the parents are looking, but the younger set is with them to kind of guide them.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's blended. It's a
Okay.
big blend. I just showed a 23-year-old a house yesterday, a first-time home buyer, and so that was. That's maybe the youngest I've seen so far.
Wow.
Looking for a new home.
Okay, a
Yeah.
lot of renters.
A lot of renters.
Yeah. Okay. What other obstacles do you run into with first-time home buyers?
Not really having any idea of how the process works. Qualifying for a loan first, that's a big scary one for them because they've never thought about purchasing that big of an investment.
Okay.
So that's an obstacle because they've rented, right? So they've gone out and bought the big fancy car and all of those kind of things. So you got to kind of find out where their real motivation is in that.
And what about money for down payment and stuff like that? Do you see that they do have money, or they're all trying to look for some type of assistance?
I think that it's a 50-50.
Okay.
I think some of the younger ones are kind of getting on with that program, understanding that they need to put their money into real estate as far as investing. They just don't know how to do it, and they don't know the smart choices to make. And then you still have those that I rent, therefore I don't even know how to save money because those types of things.
Well, most buyers should usually try to get an approval letter, right, from a lender before you guys even start showing them homes.
Yes.
Okay.
But sometimes you have to get in front of them in order to educate them as to the process.
Yes.
Because a lot of times, especially first-time home buyers, they call on a listing, right? They call the listing sign,
right?
And they're like, "I want to see this property." So, first question is, are you working with anybody? No, we're just doing this on our own. We just saw the sign. Right. So you kind of talk to them about the differences. And so you try to go out there, show them the property so that they understand, hey, if you called the listing agent and you actually got the listing agent, they're working for the seller. They're not working for you.
That's
and
right.
so that's really the first obstacle that you do overcome with a first-time home buyer.
So I have a question about that. So when somebody, potential buyer, calls on a listing from the sign in the front of the house, they're like, hey, we would like to come look at the house, and the agent finds out that they don't have a buyer's agent yet, are they more apt to go with the people who do have buyer's agents than they are with ones that don't have one yet? Because that probably means they might not even have an approval letter from a lender yet, and that listing agent might have 10 other people all ready to come and look at it who've already got to that point.
I think what's happening and what I'm learning, especially in today's market, with a first-time home buyer, or even somebody that hasn't been in the market for a while and they think they can just show up at a sign and walk in and make an offer, is that they're missing out big time.
Okay.
And because by the time they may find out that that house is for sale, even if 2 or 3 days go by, that house has already got an offer on it. And so the value of getting pre-qualified, being ready to buy, being the first one out there is even more important. And, you know, not to toot a realtor's horn, but how else are they going to find that out without us?
True.
So,
True that. Okay. So in your experience, what are the main things that a first-time home buyer needs to prepare for? Well, we kind of talked about that, but, you know, kind of the list of things that they, before they call you, before they go look at a house, what do you think they need?
They need to definitely either pull the money that they've got saved in their tin cans in the backyard, or they need to get with a lender and get qualified, and find out how much home they actually can afford, and budget for it, have their down payment ready, and they need to understand that they need to not apply for any more credit until they've closed and funded on a house. Big time.
Don't need any more deeds.
No, I think that is number one step.
Understood. Okay. So what are the items they need to prepare for before they seek you out? You know what I mean? So what kind of things does a first-time home buyer need to kind of put together before they even call in a buyer's agent? Because they're like, okay, hey, we're ready to quit renting and we're ready to start looking at a home.
Right.
I've got a referral to Starla Heaton to give her a call, and they're going to call you, and then you're going to say, well, why don't you get these things together? Okay.
Well, I would recommend that they get with a lender for pre-qual.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of...
And if they don't know a lender, you guys know everybody out in the marketplace. And you can give a list of, hey, I've worked with these lenders before. They were very helpful, especially with first-time home buyers. And they'll help you walk through the process.
And that's the big thing. And then just finding out, you know, why are you going from renting to buying? Obviously, the best excuse is it's real estate, so it's an investment, and they're not making it anymore. But to kind of find out what their motivation is, do they have a price point? You know, do they have an idea? If they don't, then that's what that lender is going to do is kind of take their financial situation and say, this is how much home you can afford. And then are they growing a family? Are they moving closer to work? You know, where do they want to be? There's
so many variables, because then you're going to be looking at, you don't want to go look at 1,000 homes. Right.
No, and I don't want to show 1,000 homes. I'd like to show 2, 3.
Not unless you sell all 1,000 of them, right?
I'm good with that too.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, no, especially when it's 110 degrees outside.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't want to have to do that all the time.
Not at all. No.
So get things narrowed down and get to the point and go out there, search them in the neighborhoods, in the school districts that they want. And
I think it's important that they understand that even if they don't have the necessary down payment that they think that they need, is that's the importance of that lender too, is because there's first-time homebuyer programs, there's down payment assistant programs. So our job as their realtor is to get them connected in the right direction, and because we have that experience dealing, then we absolutely can get them in the right direction for that.
Great. Okay. So you work for Meyers and Meyers.
Meyers and Meyers.
Realty.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And what's their tagline, their slogan?
It's always a Meyers market.
It is always a Meyers market.
It's always a Meyers market.
Yeah, it sure is. So why don't you tell everybody how they can contact you? What's the easiest way to contact you? And what days of the week do you take calls?
I take calls 7 days a week.
Okay.
My phone number is 940-368-5279.
Okay.
That is the best way. I also have a website.
Okay.
www.starlaheatonrealtor.com.
Okay. Well, we'll roll all that across the video too, so they can see all that, and we'll put that in the video. So if you guys have any questions for Starla and you'd like to make a comment on this video, we'll make sure that she sees those comments and returns and responds to those in whatever way. But obviously you can call her. She said she works 7 days a week, and I'm sure that if you're busy, you always return your calls.
I do.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And is there anything else?
I think that's it.
Well, I think we did a pretty good job
think we
today.
did too.
I think that we explained a lot of things to first-time home buyers to try to ease the pain and the fear from reaching out there and asking somebody on that. And we so appreciate you coming today and being with us in our first-time home buyer series. So just remember, if you need a realtor to be looking out for your investment, call Starla.
Yeah.
All right. Thank y'all.